Brown.
Your reputation will always precede you, because when your name is going around and is being shuffled in rooms that you haven't yet been in, there's already a pre-understanding of who you are, right? People will have their own concept of who you are depending on how your reputation spoke for you when you're not in rooms that you when you haven't yet gotten to a room that you're about to be in, right? So in my experience with reputation, you want to make sure that your reputation is close enough to who you are as a human being and what you stand for, that people can understand you just a bit before you step foot into a room. All right. And this is why we talk about image, because image is a big thing. Because your reputation isn't just how you operate, it's how people perceive how you operate from afar. You're going to deal with a lot of people who walk past you and see you, a lot of people who hear about you by the way that you speak out of context. So you want the things that you can control to be handled in a way that if someone were just to see 30 seconds of you, they can form a positive opinion about you and share that to the next person that may bring you up in conversation. It's a real thing. And you have to be understanding of that. Because if you don't understand that one concept, that people are going to form their own opinions of you in their own way and perceive you in their own way, just on little tips, not even like full conversations. Hi, my name is. No, little over. They're minding someone else's business. They may overhear you for 30 seconds. They may see you smile or frown in the wrong way, or to someone that they care about. So then they form an opinion about you. It's all an opinion-based thing. However, you have to understand that it carries weight, and big weight too. It's not no small thing that you can f around with. Because the second you start thinking that my reputation it doesn't matter, is the second you lose all credibility in any realm that you sit in. It doesn't matter. You better come correct, and this is what we talk about, and this is why we talk about in past videos about image. You want to press in and imprint your image into people's brain. And your image isn't just the way you look. Your image is the way you smell, the way you stand up, right? The way you speak, right? A lot of people who have dealt with me, who deal with me, understand that there's a certain point where I am going to get very passionate. The way I speak like this is the way I speak when I care about something. What you want to do is imprint yourself onto people, like in their brain, so that they understand that this is who you are, that you're not a show, you're not a fraud, you're not anything that they just heard through hearsay, right? You want to give people authentic versions of you, so just be. But the way that you just be is that you need to be able to have a positive impact with low amount of interaction, right? So high in impact, low in interaction. That is the best way to have a great imprint on everybody, right? And let me tell you something, bro. People are not gonna like you just because of who you are, bro. Like they're really not gonna like you, bro. Like that, and it's okay. It is perfectly fine for people not to like you as a person, right? Because of the way that you operate, which is perfectly fine. Like they always say, mediocre people do not perform well or perform at all with high performing people, and vice versa. It's like water and oil, bro. You can't put the two together. So don't try to force yourself to be something you're not. If you are a high performer and people don't like you because you are a high performer and you take life very seriously and you schedule out your day and you do what you need to do to feel good and feel great about achieving the goals that you set out to achieve, feel no way about people not liking you, because a ton of people are not gonna like you, bro. If you have positive energy and you have like energy radiating off of you that emit onto other people, and people just start to walk away from you because of you being you, bro, feel no way. As long as you're doing things to prosper yourself, your family, and the ones that you care about, and an overall goal and or ideology that you believe in, you are perfectly fine. However, when people meet you, they should feel that. So it should be almost like a polarizing thing. People are gonna love you or hate you. It should never be this thing where you try to appease people and make people like you just because you want to be liked. Out of here. You need to amass an amount of haters that just can't with you. They don't like you. They don't like the way you dress, the way you breathe, no nothing. And it's perfectly fine. You have your clan of people and you need to stand on it and be firm about it. But that all comes down to the way that you operate as a human being on your day-to-day, that fuels into your character and fuels into your image, which then speaks to the people that then form a reputation for you. It's not you that form your reputation, by the way, if you haven't understood this yet. You don't form your reputation. People form the thoughts and the impressions that they have of you through your own acts. Right? So if it aligns to what people want out of you or what they want to see out of you, yes, your reputation goes through the roof. However, if you perform in a way that is not conducive to what people want out of you, then you're going to have a bad reputation, right? But all of the reputation is formed in other people's brains. You can think you're one way, right? And this goes into a deeper subject about perception and how you're perceived, right? The way that you see yourself is not the way that others see you, no matter how much you think they are aligned with you, right? Because there are strong men that like me and I like them, and they perceive me, Dwight Brown, as a whole different human than what I perceive myself as. So your reputation realistically is controllable to a degree, but at the end of the day, people are going to form their opinions and judgments of you off of the way that you behave, and you cannot control the reputation that you have and the ones that are emitted about you. Therefore, you need to do things in your being that is authentic to you, that drives the overall ideology or goal that you're trying to achieve. And people will then think, yes, this is my guy, or no, this is not my guy, right? And now let's extrapolate the idea of your reputation. So when I speak about your reputation being in a room before, it speaks for you before you get to that room. If you're supposed to go to a business meeting, right? And you have all of these things online about whatever you want, right? And people understand you to be, and maybe a few people in the room have met you. Maybe you've had a positive contact with maybe 5 of them and a negative impact on 1 of them, right? So 5 people are in your corner saying, yep, I met that dude, great dude, stand-up guy. We like him, strong dude, seems to stand for business, right? And some other dude says, he's a jackass, he's this, right? Your reputation with those other 5 people are gonna supersede the negative feedback that person gave you, simply because there are 5 people outweighing 1 person. Right? So think about it that way. Your reputation is going to speak for you. So the more positive impact you have within a social society that is aligned with you, right? Within a line of men that are like you, the better it is for you. Let's say there are 20 people in the room, 5 people have had a positive interaction with you in front, like person to person. Another person has a negative impact on you, and the other 14 people have met you via online presence, right? They've seen your videos, they've seen you, they've seen the pictures you put up. They may see a blog that's written about you. They see your LinkedIn, they see whatever. And they form their own opinions. When your reputation is then spoke about before you even get into the room, people are speaking about you, bro. I don't give a like, you want to understand that people are going to speak about you. Right? And so the better your reputation is with the mass amount of people, especially the people that control the room. You want to have powerful connections with people, and you want to have those powerful connections then speak for you through the reputation that you've given those powerful individuals. That's what I would do if I was you. And if you have a terrible reputation, so let's talk about the other side, which is, how do I fix my reputation if you have a up relationship with people and your reputation is, and you have a reputation of not doing well in business, not doing well in relationships, and you're in a small town or a small city and your name gets thrown around like fucking a beach ball, and people hate the sight or hate the ring of your name, bro, you need to go underground, right? Go into hiding almost. Figure out what you're doing wrong to rub people the wrong way, or how your services can be touched up. Whether it be services, whether it be relationships, whether it be anything that you're going through, bro. How can you improve your general interaction with people so that is a positive outlook when your name is brought up? You need to go into hiding, figure that out, and then reemerge. And when you reemerge, that's when I would start being like I would go around trying to do shit for and with people, right? So keep it low key. You don't need to go crazy and be out flashy and do all sorts of shit in front of people. Nah, you're good. Be in front as people for a certain amount of time and make sure that every positive every interaction that you have with people are positive. Maybe you change your business model. Maybe you change the way that you speak. Maybe you change the way that you operate within groups of people, right? And then once you find that one or two person who actually gives you another shot to redeem yourself, then click up with them. And hopefully they're powerful enough to sway other powerful people. And then you can go into different rooms and continue to make a positive impact. The idea is that it's all about connections. Reputation is all about how it connects, how you connect with people. The more people you connect with on a positive note, the better off you are, right? So you want to connect with a lot of people. You want to have a positive interaction with them. And then you want those people to be very powerful. So find the most powerful people in your city, in your town, and have a great interaction with them so that they can speak on your behalf. Right? And then then it's all a game of perception. Like I said a second ago, people aren't going to perceive you the way that you think of yourself. They're going to think of you the way that they view you, and what they hear and how you operate and what they're dealing with in their inside, because everyone has bias. We talk about this in other videos, right? So when you start to stack these powerful people on your side, your reputation goes up just by being associated with them. If your reputation is shitty, right? And this is why they drop people with brand deals. Like, yo, Yeezys, and here's an example of association. Also, disassociation is a thing too, right? So Adidas, they drop Ye, right? For whatever reason. We know the reason. They drop Ye, right? Ye's, all his shoes, Yeezys were on sale for like 60% off. If you didn't know, right? For the past week, and they probably still are. Right? And that's because Adidas still has an inventory filled with this guy's shoes that he designed, right? But they don't want the association. So they're trying to disassociate themselves by, one, putting the shoes that were crazy amounts of money online for half the price, one, right? So they're devaluing a product that came from this individual, right? But they're also getting rid of all of the back inventory that would have still been stocked up. They're disassociating fully. They're getting rid of you. So what does that mean? What does that say? What does that ring? That rings the fact that the people that you hang around with, the people that your name is bounced around with, matters. The people that associate themselves with you or disassociate matters. Because what happens is their reputation and what they stand for then get passed on to you. And it's just a real thing. You ever think about, like, bro, and let's go to an even smaller level. Let's not go to the brand stuff. Let's talk on a lower level. Bro, you ever been around people that have motion, that know their way around a city, know their way around town, get let in to a club, right? Get discounts on whatever, and then somehow you also, the next time you go without that individual or that group of people, then get that same treatment? It's because once you're associated with certain humans that have a certain reputation, that reputation then gets grandfathered on you depending on how much you are seen with them. So are you a relevant member within that person's camp? Yes? Okay, cool. We better then treat the dude who's associated with the guy or the group of people well, so that when they link up again, he can then speak highly of the of what we did for them. So then their reputation gets a boost because this guy comes in and etc. And they want him to then boost up their reputation. Like, it's all a game. It's a psyop, bro. You got to understand reputation and how you can use it for the benefit, for your benefit. Personal brand, work life, relationships, all of it. The women that you want will change. The friendships that you have will change. The things you get invited to will change. And you can control a lot of what you get off the cuff, like your image, the way you look, your haircut, the way you smell, the way you dress, XYZ. You can control that to a degree. And a step up from that is controlling the people you hang around, so the people you hang out with, so that their reputation then gets transferred on you just by association. So you see how it all trickles back down to image and the way that you carry yourself? It matters, bro. It matters. But use all of these tips so that your reputation can go through the roof and that you can attract more people that have maybe a higher status, so that you can elevate yourself to a place where you can let your desires and dreams then be fueled by a reputation that necessarily wasn't built by you, but got transferred on to you. And that's advanced work, but at least start at the small minute stuff, which is controlling what you can control, the way you look, the way you smell, the way you operate, the way you walk, the way you talk. Deal with all of those things so that your basic reputation, your local reputation goes to the roof. Because I promise you, once you start to work on your reputation, your life will change along with other things. So work on that. Holla.
Boy, Mr. Brown.